Thank you for coming back to our channel, Legends Leaving. We made a list of the famous actors who died today and put it in this memorial video. Those famous people who will be missed, but who made important contributions to their works have sadly died today. I'm sorry for the family and all the fans lost. Take a break. Thank you for watching our movie. If you want to show your love, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. 5. Carl Weathersby was an important American singer, guitarist, and songwriter in the electric blues style. He was born on February 24, 1953, in Jackson, Mississippi. Weathersby grew up in a place with a long history of blues music. He was surrounded by the sounds of blues stars, which had a big impact on his style of music. He was naturally good at playing the guitar from a young age, and by the time he was a teenager, he was already playing in clubs around town. He joined the Army in the early 1970s and served in Vietnam. He came back to the United States after his time in the war and settled in East Chicago, Indiana. During this time, he became very involved in the blues scene in Chicago, which would have a big impact on his work. When he met the famous blues musician Albert King, it was his big break. Weathersby became a rhythm guitarist in King's band, which gave him the chance to improve his skills and gain important experience on the road. Weathersby's time working with Albert King had a big effect on his style, which now combines standard blues with soul and funk. After going on tour with King for a few years, he joined hands with another great blues musician, Billy Branch, to form the Sons of Blues. This project made it even more clear that he was a great blues singer and musician. Weathersby started a solo career in the middle of the 1990s. His first record, Don't Lay Your Blues on Me, came out in 1996. People liked the record, which showed off his soulful voice and complex guitar playing. His unique sound, which is a mix of electric blues from Chicago and Mississippi blues, won him praise from critics and a devoted fan base. Weathersby was up for the prestigious W.C. Handy Award for Best New Blues Artist in 1997. This showed how great he was becoming in the blues world. He put out more records over the years, such as Looking Out My Window 2000 and Come to Papa. 2000, which solidified his reputation as a bluesman. The late Carl Weathersby died on August 9, 2024. He was 71 years old. His death was caused by problems from diabetes, which he had been dealing with for a long time. Although Weathersby had health problems, he stayed involved in the music scene and performed and recorded until he died. He made important additions to blues music and had a big impact on the next generation of musicians. This will forever mark his place in blues history. 4. Didi O'Hearn, whose real name was Diane Marie O'Hearn and who was born on January 16, 1961, was a famous TV executive who worked for a long time at A&E Television Networks. By the time she joined A&E in the late 1980s, O'Hearn had already become a major player in the business. She had a big impact on the network's programming and content strategy over the years, especially when it came to creating and making unique shows and specials. Her vision and leadership were key to A&E's success and helped the network become a big player in the TV business. O'Hearn was known for having a deep knowledge of what her viewers liked and being able to find and promote content that people liked. Under her direction, A&E made a lot of popular shows and documentaries that got good reviews and high numbers. Her co-workers admired her for how well she planned, how creative she was, and how dedicated she was to making great TV shows. In addition to her professional accomplishments, O'Hearn was known for helping and mentoring young people in the business, which helped them become future TV executives and producers. Sad to say, Didi O'Hearn died on August 12, 2024, at the age of 63. Breast cancer killed her. It was a fight she had fought alone in her later years. Her death was a big loss for the world of television. Friends, co-workers, and people who worked in the business remembered her as a visionary leader who left an indelible mark on the field. 3. The Irish artist and singer-songwriter Eoin French was born in 1987 in Cork, Ireland. He was better known by his stage name Talis. French was exposed to different types of music at a young age because he grew up in a musical home. This had a big impact on how he felt about art. He wanted to work in the arts because he was exposed to music at a young age and had a natural talent for writing songs. French first studied architecture at University College Cork, which is also where he started to take his singing more seriously. He was very careful with his music because he studied architecture in school, but he eventually chose to focus on making music full-time because it was his passion. He started to make his own sound by giving himself the name Talos and using ethereal vocals, atmospheric music, and a mix of electronic and organic sounds. When Talos' first song, Tethered Bones, came out in 2014, it got a lot of attention. Many critics praised the track and said it reminded them of acts like James Blake and Bon Iver. As soon as he learned how to combine emotional songs with complex production, he became a rising star in the world of independent electronic music. Talos' first record, Wild Ali, came out in 2017 and showed off his skill for making immersive soundscapes even more. The record got good reviews, got him nominated for the Choice Music Prize, and cemented his place in the Irish music business. Songs like Odyssey and Your Love is an Island became fan favorites, showing how good he was at making music that made people feel things that crossed genres. Talos' second record, Far Out Dusk, came out in 2019 and built on his previous success. The record broadened his sound by incorporating a wider range of influences while keeping the reflective and ethereal tone that made his work unique. Not only did people in Ireland like his music, but people all over the world did too. He went on trips in Europe and the US. The sad news is that Eoin French died on August 11, 2024, at the age of 37. It was said that the person died of a sudden cardiac attack. The music world was shocked. When Talos died too soon, he was still having a great time with his work. Even though French was only in the business for a short time, he left behind a lot of music that still moves and inspires people. His work as Talos shows how talented he was as an artist and how much emotional depth he added to the indie electronic genre, too. Kim Kahanasar was an American actor, stunt artist, and action choreographer who was born in Honolulu, Hawaii on October 16, 1929. His family was from Hawaii and Japan. He grew up in a multicultural home where his Hawaiian and Japanese background had a big impact. Kahana showed early on that she was brave and interested in sports, traits that would later lead to an amazing job in the entertainment business. The path Kahana took to become a stunt artist was not typical. Before going into Hollywood, he was in the US Army during the Korean War and was in a lot of hard battles. He was badly hurt in fight and was twice pronounced dead before miraculously coming back to life. His near-death situations gave him a special kind of toughness and fearlessness that would help him succeed as a stuntman. When the war was over, Kahana went to Los Angeles and started working in show business. In the 1950s, when the need for skilled stunt actors was high, he got his start in the business by being hired to do stunts. Kahana was very helpful on set because he knew a lot about martial arts and had experience with fighting. He quickly became famous for his bold and creative stunt work. Over the course of his career, Kahana did stunt work for more than 300 films and TV shows, such as The Magnificent Seven, 1960, Planet of the Apes, 1968, and The Towering Inferno, 1974. He became one of the most sought-after stunt managers in Hollywood because of how well he coordinated the action scenes in these movies. Aside from his work in movies and TV shows, Kahana also started Kahana Stunt and Film School in Groveland, Florida. The school opened in the 1970s and quickly became one of the best places to learn how to be a stunt artist. Over 15,000 students have gone through its doors. Kahana really wanted to teach the next generation what he knew, and many successful stunt performers who went on to have big jobs in the business graduated from his school. He was 94 years old when he died on August 12, 2024. He was said to have died from natural causes. Kahana left an indelible mark on the world of action films as a pioneering stunt artist and teacher. He changed the business forever, both through his own work and through the many people he taught over the course of his long and successful career. Margaret Moffat was born in Los Angeles, California on May 14, 1940, and was an American model and actor. When Moffat became famous in the 1960s, it was because of her unique style, which went against the rules of beauty at the time. Rudi Gernreich was a famous and forward-thinking fashion designer who she worked closely with. Gernreich was known for his unique designs and groundbreaking approach to fashion. The work that Moffat did with German Reich was especially important because she inspired many of his most famous works. The bold, future style of German Reich's designs became linked to her signature look, which included a lot of makeup and an uneven haircut. Because of her unique style, she stood out in the fashion world and was soon sought after as a model, showing in many well-known magazines and fashion shows. Additionally to modeling, Moffat also tried her hand at acting, but she was mostly recognized for her work in the fashion business. She kept changing ideas about dress and beauty well into the 1960s and beyond. She was 84 years old when she died on August 10, 2024. Heart disease problems killed the person. As a fashion star and style pioneer, she left a lasting mark. Carol Burnett, the famous comedian and actress, is still praised for her great contributions to entertainment in 2024, even though she has spent most of her time away from the public. Burnett is still a beloved figure at 91 years old, thanks to her groundbreaking work on The Carol Burnett Show and her impact on generations of comedians. But lately, the news has been mostly about her health, which has been a worry because she is getting older. Specifics about Burnett's current health condition have been kept secret, but it has been said that she is having health problems tied to getting older, such as hearing loss and trouble moving around. Even with all of these problems, she is still in a good mood because her family and close friends are there for her. Burnett has said that she is thankful for her fans' love and support, who continue to celebrate her lasting impact in comedy and TV. She doesn't go out in public as often as she used to, but her impact and the happiness she brought to millions of people are still strong. As long as her fans keep sending her well wishes, they hope she stays comfortable and healthy.